The business plan is a key to your future as an entrepreneur. By writing things down, it helps crystallize your idea and helps with your planning. In this video, we're going to go through the elements of a successful business plan. Every business plan has the following sections: an executive summary, company profile, market research, sales and marketing, operations, and financials. Over the next few videos, we'll go into more details in each section. Now then, here are some highlights on what to include. The executive summary is written after your business plan is complete. It's a one-page, high-level look at your entire business plan. This should tell an investor, a bank, or an interested party everything they need to know about your business. The company profile talks about the history of your company, the management team, the location, and its legal structure. Additionally, your compelling value, what makes you unique, is key in this section. Market research involves your ideal customer and how you've identified them. What story can you tell about who they are, where they come from, and how do they act? You'll also need to do a competitive analysis, usually a SWOT chart. Sales and marketing can often be categorized into the 4 Ps: price, place, promotion, and product. In this section, you'll need to demonstrate that you've thought about what your customer wants, what your competitors are doing, and the strategies you'll employ to be successful. In operations, you want to outline how to retain your customer and what needs to be in place in the back end of your business. A good operations plan means that you'll have higher customer satisfaction. Human resources, legal, and insurance are a part of this section. Finally, the financials are critical in letting your reader know where you've come from and where you intend to go. Everything from your startup costs, sales forecast, and cash flow are a part of the story. Get this right, and you'll be well on your way.
A business plan is important for the same reason that a blueprint is important when you're building a house. It gives you a starting point and an ending point and everything in between to get your project off the ground and make it a success.
Having a business plan keeps you on track on a step-by-step process. And it's very organic. You can always go back and reflect on it as you move on.
So writing a business plan helped us to understand not just who we are as a business, but who we are as people. And writing the plan actually helped us to dig deeper just to find out what our intentions are.
The most difficult part of completing the business plan was doing the financial statements. Although they are incredibly important, most of the research numbers we found focused from large urban market areas. Opening our first store in a rural area meant we had to do additional research and proportionately scale the numbers to us.
In my industry, we deal mostly on handshakes and referrals. You're known as your quality of service. So the business plan for me, I already knew what I was doing. It was already defined. It was mostly getting it out to banks and financiers to get funding so I can further expand my horizons.
Initial business plan we had from Citigrow is nothing like the business that we're running right now. And I think that shows that your business plan should be changing over time as you learn new things and as you try marketing your plan to the real world. And I think that one of the most effective things you can do because of that is use your business plan as a tool of showing you when you should change by having as many tangible metrics as you can as possible.
I discovered when we first started the business, we didn't really have one documented. It was a lot of discovery, and it was a lot of pain to start a business without one. And it was discovering the Futurepreneur online business plan tool that really set a path for us and really determined what our goals are as a company, and has led to tremendous success.
For myself, that business plan hasn't had to change. We got it right the first time with the help of Futurepreneur. I use it now mainly just to help out people outside my industry to understand what I do for a living without having to try and explain it to them.
When you're coming up with a business plan, you can either do it one or two ways. You can come up with an idea and go out there and try and sell it, which is really hard. Or you can go do market research and find out what customers actually want We chose the latter, and we went to property management companies to find out what they were lacking in their services, and we built our business plan around that.
Let's drill down in more detail about the executive summary and the company profile. As we've already mentioned, the executive summary should be written last, after you've done the work on the other sections. You'll need to summarize everything: your profile, the marketing, operations, and financial sections into a single page. You should give your reader just enough information that they can make a decision about your business without overloading them with all the finer details. Think of the executive summary as a trailer for your business plan. It tells you what you need to know, but it leaves you wanting more. Under your company profile, you should expect to cover the following: history. Where did your idea first come from? What have you done to date? And what is the current status of your business? Management. Who are the owners? And what is their background and experience? Location. If you have a physical location, this is where you'll talk about why you've chosen that particular spot. You may need to provide information about your lease here as well. Or if you're running the business out of your home, this is where you would provide that information as well. Regardless of your location, you need to give justification as to why you chose it. Legal structure. As we mentioned in our earlier video, how you structure your business is an important decision you'll make. In this section, you'll explain why you made this decision.
A key element of these initial sections are your compelling value. What promise have you made? What differentiates your product or service? Let's talk to an expert.
So what is the difference between a business plan and the lean canvas? A lean canvas is a great tool to get you ready to write your business plan. It allows you to put on one piece of paper all your hypotheses, all your thoughts about what you think the business is going to be. You can go online to Google and you can download it. You can go to YouTube and learn how to fill it out. Once you get all the ideas on the canvas, realize they're all hypotheses and you have to prove them. You want to validate your business model. You want to go and rank what is the riskiest assumptions, and then you want to get out and you want to do research. You want to get outside the building and network with people and tick off, is this true or is it something that needs to change? Once you get this validation, it allows you to write a validated business plan. Entrepreneurs are optimizers. They're always looking for ways to solve people's problems and deliver value. Listening to your customer, we call this market pull, is one way to pull out what their value they're looking for. Another way is to find new products, new services, new technologies that you can deliver to your customer. We call that market push. Ultimately, you want to develop an unfair competitive advantage. What are some common mistakes we see in executive summaries? It's much like a cover letter for a resume. You want to capture their attention so that they read on and put you in pile A and not pile B. Every sentence is a weapon that you're trying to execute on your strategy. Always be aware of who you're writing the executive summary for. If you're writing for a banker, figure out what they need to say yes to you, what boxes they need to check off. If you're writing for an investor and they only fund triangles, make sure you look like a triangle. Also, avoid unproven assumptions. You want your reader in collaboration mode and not attack mode. As soon as they see baloney, they're going into attack mode. So what makes for a great executive summary? Hook them, intrigue them. What's the secret sauce? Perhaps have a quick inception story of why you're doing this business. Perhaps you saw something in a foreign city that you said, why can't this be done back home? And most importantly, the ability to execute. Have you built out a great team? Do you have great domain expertise in your field? Do you have sales? What proof do you have? Traction is really important. It shows that you can execute.
Something to remember is the business plan is not a static document. It's something that changes over time.
It also reflects what you know at this very moment. Once that has changed, for example, if you learn more about your customer or your operations, your business plan should reflect that. Another point to consider is just to start writing it. A business is just an idea until you put it on paper. The second that you start putting things on paper, the easier it is to work on all the elements. It also means that you can start sharing your plan with banks and ultimately potential investors.
started Moscow Electric back in 1998. We just wanted to open a business. It didn't really matter to us what kind of a business. My husband was an electrician. It seemed like a natural path to take.
Well, you talked about when you started your business. So how has your business plan changed since you've launched your?
I don't think that there's one word in our original business plan that's still in the plan that we use today. We weren't experienced in business. We didn't have business degrees. We didn't have university degrees. 5 years into our business, when we were floundering a bit, we got serious about it and we sat down, rewrote our business plan, and now we check it about once a month. Technology changes, building codes change, regulations change. Environmental is so important these days, it didn't used to be. We have to change our business plan to keep up with that, or our competitors are going to pass us.
Okay, so how did you determine your compelling value?
We put ourselves in the shoes of our customer and asked ourselves what would they like and what can we do to make them 100% satisfied. Having a safety program, we were one of the first 50 companies in Manitoba to get core certified. There were over 4,000 companies that could have got it at the time. We were small, we had 2 employees, and we did it anyways. And we just celebrated our 10th year of core certification, and still some of my competitors don't have that. We keep up with the latest technology. We're always getting trained on new things. We subscribe to trade publications, and we ensure that what our customer wants is what they're going to get. If we can't provide it, we will learn how to provide it. If we can't learn how to provide it, we will find them somebody else that can provide it. They are number one.
Now that you've heard from some of our entrepreneurs and experts, it's time for you to start your business plan. Remember, your business plan is a document that's going to tell you and your readers how you're going to operate and make money. It will tell the story of your business. Think of it as an operation manual. Futurepreneur Canada has an online interactive business plan writer that covers all the sections you need to write an A+ business plan. Thank you to the Government of Manitoba for funding this video series. Don't forget to check out the rest of our videos. Until next time, goodbye.